Hello and welcome to Talk FCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, and today we are going to be talking more Champions League football. Following the conclusion of Group B yesterday, everything has now been decided, and what we're going to be doing in this video is just analysing and reviewing that group as a whole, how we performed across those 6 games and exactly what went down in what was known as the Group of Death, which we have successfully navigated our way through. We are top of the pile by some distance. We are going to be looking into all the performances and some more. Let's get on with it. So when the groups were drawn back in August in Group B, it looked like we'd found ourselves in arguably one of the toughest groups of the entire lot. You had Tottenham, a team on the up in Europe with a quality coach in Mauricio Pochettino and really a wealth of players right throughout their team with a lot of quality. They've got youth, they've got experience, and it was a really good blend there at Tottenham in a quality side. Then there was Inter Milan, a historic club returning to the Champions League, determined to make an impact with a number of talented players again right throughout their team, the likes of Icardi leading their line, a goal scorer, a natural goal scorer, and you just knew that any trip to the San Siro was going to be a very, very difficult occasion. And then there's PSV. They might have been known as the weak link in the group, the weakest team. They did finish bottom of the group, but certainly they would not be pushovers. And actually, when you look at their games, when you look at their performances, they were very, very unlucky and also had a big hand in who ended up progressing in this group. But if we start here with game week 1, which saw Barcelona entertain PSV at the Camp Nou, and this for me was the match where Lionel Messi really set the tone for our Champions League ambitions this season. He spoke to the fans, of course, before the season started. He said the Champions League is our big target, that's the one that we want to win, and here in the first group game he set the tempo. He delivered in style, scoring a magical hat-trick, so many different types of goals. It was Messi at his very finest. He dispatched PSV at the Camp Nou with Ousmane Dembele announcing himself once again in this competition. A sensational goal from him, a solo goal, and one that he finished off from great distance. And simply for the quality of goals, the way that we played, and the way that we really did clinically dispatch PSV Eindhoven, I would give this performance a rating of 8 out of 10. Very good, very solid, 4-0 victory. On we go, and a very good start. Elsewhere in the group though, it was Tottenham who'd gotten off to a very poor start in their opening group match away at San Siro to Inter Milan. Inter showed good character, they came from behind. Tottenham took the lead in this game, but Inter showed their quality as they came from behind to win the game, their goals coming in the 86th and 93rd minute to get a vital 3 points in game week 1. But it was game week 2 that Tottenham faced Barcelona. It was time to head to Wembley Stadium, a match that we were all looking forward to. Barcelona up against Premier League opposition. We always love going to England and really putting on a show, shutting up the media. We love to do that, and we have enjoyed some great memories at Wembley Stadium, and we didn't disappoint here. From the word go, we took the game to Tottenham. We were positive, we were confident, we were brave in the way that we played and the way that Ernesto Valverde set up his team, and coming away from home on a big European night, it was a statement at Wembley. It was a statement performance from the team and Lionel Messi as an individual, and one which should really stand us in good stead for those knockout rounds. It was Felipe Coutinho who scored early on. Rakitic broke the Wembley net with a sensational volley from outside the box, but Tottenham got themselves back in it early in the second half with a strike from Harry Kane, and just then you're starting to think, are Tottenham going to come back into this game? But no, Messi slammed the door on Tottenham. He appeared again in the big moments, and he was instrumental in the first half in terms of his playmaking, in terms of his passing ability, and in the second half we saw that devastation in front of goal from Lionel Messi. He scored twice, one either side of Eric Lamella's goal for Tottenham, Messi ensuring that we left London with nothing short of the 3 points that we deserved, a 4-2 victory, and the dominance that we showed away from home, the way that we went at Tottenham, we really took them apart in many ways. A good back line for Tottenham that we really dismantled. It has to be a 9 out of 10 performance here with Messi and Arthur. They shone at Wembley. Elsewhere in the group, Inter joined us at the top of the table with 2 out of 2 wins with a very solid victory away from home at PSV. Once again, Inter coming from behind to win 2-1 with Raja Nainggolan and Mauro Icardi on target for Inter, which at that point left Tottenham and PSV with some serious work to do after just 2 games. Game week 3 saw us host Inter at the Camp Nou in a match which promised to be a very difficult encounter simply because it was the very very big first test without Lionel Messi in our side. He picked up that injury, we didn't know how we'd cope, we didn't know how the team would function, and whether we'd get through these kind of games against Inter a few days later would be El Clasico, and it's safe to say the team did not let us down. They completely controlled the threat of Inter, we kept a clean sheet, we controlled the ball, we dominated play, we worked two brilliantly executed goals, the first coming through the magic of Luis Suarez, who put in an absolutely stunning assist into the path of Rafinha Alcantara, and it was a wonderful finish there from Rafinha before he got injured, of course, a few weeks later. And the second was a wonderfully worked move in the midfield with Alba advancing, ending, of course, with Jordi Alba capping a really fine move there, which really did see him continue his excellent season so far. Arthur once again in that midfield, the metronome of our team, was playing really well, controlling the play, and when the pressure was on, he was standing up, and with that win, it was massive for us. Without Messi, it was a big confidence booster, especially going into that Real Madrid game. It gave us massive confidence, which saw us destroy Madrid just a few days later without Messi again, and due to that control and yet another 3 points in a very important game in this group, I'll give this win a very solid 8 out of 10. Elsewhere in the group, Tottenham's stuttering group stage campaign still failed to get underway, conceding an 87th minute equaliser in Eindhoven away at PSV. Despite coming from behind early on to lead 2-1 for most of the game, Tottenham still couldn't get 3 points on the board. It left PSV bottom of the group, Tottenham on just a point, and with Inter in second place on 6 points, and we at the top were starting to really strengthen our grip on that top spot and looking ever favourite to win this group. Match 4 saw us play the reverse fixture of the Inter game and travel to the San Siro Stadium once again without the services of Lionel Messi, and again in search of a convincing away performance. And it's safe to say that's exactly what we got at San Siro. We dominated the ball and the match from the very first minute in a very similar way that we went to Tottenham and really took the game to them. That's what we did as well against Inter, and that for me was really encouraging. You had Arthur again in midfield controlling the tempo, you had Coutinho and Dembele leading our attack, causing Inter problems alongside Luis Suarez, and we really did tear Inter to pieces in their own stadium during those 90 minutes. We created chance after chance after chance. I think it was 15 chances in total that we had right throughout that game to score goals. Sadly though, we failed to take them. That was a lesson learned right there. We were guilty of missing several gilt-edge opportunities to make the breakthrough, and even Malcolm's late drive, such an emotional goal, one that deserved to win this game for us, he couldn't give us the 3 points, with Mauro Icardi levelling the scores in the 87th minute. We left San Siro with only a point, but we deserved a whole lot more than that. It was a good away display, it was a very confident and bold performance from us, which should give us really good confidence looking ahead again to those knockout games. And with that said, I'll go for an 8.5 out of 10. Even though we drew, it was a great display here, and one mistake on the night shouldn't take that away from the team, who played without Messi really commandingly. Elsewhere though, Tottenham's Champions League season finally had liftoff. They came from behind at Wembley Stadium against PSV to win the game in the 89th minute, courtesy of a Harry Kane winning goal, and that was a huge 3 points for Tottenham, which really kickstarted their tournament and gave them the lift they needed at the vital time. The penultimate game week here in the Champions League group stage saw us head to Eindhoven to face PSV, who were sitting rock bottom currently of the group, but that certainly didn't make for an easy match. Oh no, PSV here were a very good team, and like I say, very unlucky for most of their Champions League campaign, and this for me was arguably our toughest away match and arguably our worst performance of the group stage as a team. We may have won this game 2-1, but I think anyone really who watched this game will wonder, how did Barcelona win that match? PSV hit the woodwork on several occasions. They really put the pressure on after Luuk de Jong's late goal. They had chance after chance. Ter Stegen made some very good saves, and it was ultimately the genius of the returning Lionel Messi who won this one for us. He scored a sensational first goal. He was surrounded by PSV players inside the area. It was a great goal from Lionel Messi before his free kick set up Gerard Piqué to give us our second goal, and I'd give this performance really a 6 out of 10, simply because we conceded so many chances, we lacked control, we got dominated in many areas by PSV, and it was anything but convincing away from home. Elsewhere though, it was the late show once again for Tottenham at Wembley Stadium, with Christian Eriksen's 80th minute goal earning all 3 points for Tottenham in a must must-win game against their big rivals in the group, Inter Milan, which made things very, very interesting heading into the final game of the campaign. Who would progress? And so heading into that final game week, Inter and Tottenham level on points, with Tottenham only needing to match Inter's result against PSV at home. We lined up with a weakened team at the Camp Nou, no Messi, Suarez, Busquets, Piqué, Alba or Ter Stegen, but there was still a lot of quality out on the field. We saw exactly that when Ousmane Dembele tore Spurs to shreds and sent the crowd wild as he put us into the lead inside 7 minutes. And it was another example really of the magic that Dembele possesses, something that I'm absolutely sure that we're going to be seeing more and more and more of at Barcelona. Other than that moment though from Dembele, there wasn't really an overall threat in attack. There wasn't really an abundance of chances that we created for Barcelona, but as Coutinho went close, as he smacked the post 2 times throughout the game, which could have made it a very, very different story for Tottenham. But the hero of the day, without question, was goalkeeper Jasper Cillessen. He made 6 saves right throughout the game, and some of those saves were quite unbelievable, to be perfectly honest. But sadly though, even that wasn't enough. Even Cillessen's heroics wasn't enough to earn us a clean sheet and 3 points. Lucas Moura finally gave Tottenham the goal that they deserved with 5 minutes to go, and that was a game, to be honest, I would give a 6.5 out of 10. We lacked control, it was poor defending for most of it, we didn't really create an awful lot, but of course you've got to take into account the circumstances. We played a weakened team, there wasn't really an awful lot riding on that game, and due to Inter's failure to beat PSV at home, drawing 1-1 on the night at San Siro, that meant Tottenham progressed to the knockout stages, finishing as runner-up in Group B, with Barcelona comfortably strolling to the top spot, unbeaten over 6 games, and finishing with a very strong 14 points. And so my conclusion for our group stage campaign was overall our group stage for me was a big success. We were placed in a difficult group against some very difficult teams, and we had to overcome as well some difficult circumstances like the absence, of course, of Lionel Messi, and we did all that. We did all that really well. We finished unbeaten, we didn't lose a game, we scored 14 goals, we conceded 5 as well though. The away performances though at Wembley and San Siro, they were big highlights for me. They're definitely displays that we need to build on, that we need to really put down a marker and say, look, this is what we need to do. Replicate that kind of display, and especially that kind of attitude and intensity that we must see. We must see us take that now and produce that in the knockout stages. That is where the games are going to be won and lost. That is where we're going to make or break our season. The knockout stages are massive, and they're coming very soon indeed. All that's left to do now is wait and see which of those second place teams we will draw on Monday the 17th of December, when the draw for the knockout stage last 16 ties take shape. And before then, I'll be making another video discussing our potential opponents when it's all sealed, when it's all done. The games continue tonight, and we will find out very soon who we are going to be facing, and boy, I can't wait. So leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, on our group stage campaign. What did you think of our performances overall, and what do you think of our Champions League campaign so far, and what are your thoughts looking ahead to those knockout stage games? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you as always for joining me. I'll see you soon, but until then, as always, Visca el Barça.